Hi, third grade. So today we are working on our vocabulary. You should have your turn book, and let me show my screen so you know what it looks like. That would be your orange book for wonders. And we are working on a vocabulary. This should be page 21 in your orange book. So we sometimes have our writing and our reading going together, and we've kind of talked about that in our class. So today we're going to look at the vocabulary words, those special words in our book that we've been reading that have a special meaning, and we're going to take these words and we're going to start writing them in our own sentences. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to use a word from the box to answer each question. And I have this underlined, then we're going to use the word in a sentence. Okay, so let's look at number 1 together. What is another word for afraid? Do you remember one of these words that means afraid? Look through. Yeah, scared. And I already kind of crossed it because I know I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use the word scared, and maybe I want to mark through so I don't use it again because I only have 8 questions. So that means I'm going to use all of these words once. So another word for afraid is scared. So let's use scared in a sentence. Can you come up with a sentence that means afraid and where I use scared in my sentence? So I have one, and I gave us a little pause so that maybe we could think in that video, or maybe you need to pause for yourself. So I'm going to say another word for afraid is scared, and then I'm going to write my sentence here. So another word for afraid is scared. Okay, and then here's where I can be creative. So I'm going to use the word scared in a sentence of mine. And this can be any sentence that you want. So, I know my class knows that I don't like bugs, or at least some of them do. So I'm going to say, Miss Griffith is scared of bugs. Because I am. So I know that my scared word is another word for afraid. So I could change out scared and afraid, and it would mean the same thing. For number 2, I'm going to describe a friend who sits next to me. So my word is going to be a way that I can describe a friend that sits next to me. Can you find that word? Yeah, so classmate. So now I am going to write my sentence for classmate. So I'm going to come up with a sentence that I can use classmate in. So we know that a classmate is a friend who sits next to us. So maybe we could come up with a sentence where we say who our classmate is. So for the rest of the sheet, you are going to use these vocabulary words, and you are going to write your own sentence that goes along with each question. If you have any questions, make sure that you ask, and we'll be glad to answer. See you next video.